From prophets who predicted empires falling to mystics who foresaw inventions beyond imagination, history is filled with eerie predictions that actually came true. Some call it coincidence. Others call it divine insight. So buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the top 10 ancient prophecies that actually came true. 1. The Fall of Babylon, Daniel's Vision. Over 2,500 years ago, the prophet Daniel served in the court of the mighty Babylonian Empire. He interpreted a mysterious dream that predicted Babylon's fall to another kingdom, the Medes and Persians. Just decades later, Babylon was conquered exactly as Daniel foresaw, with the invaders entering through the city's water channels. 2. The Rise of Alexander the Great, Daniel again. In another vision, Daniel described a swift, powerful king who would conquer vast territories, a king symbolized by a one-horned goat defeating a ram with two horns. Centuries later, Alexander the Great stormed across Persia, matching the prophecy down to the last detail. 3. Nostradamus predicts the Great Fire of London, 1666. French seer Nostradamus wrote hundreds of cryptic quatrains in the 1500s, many of which seem to align with major world events. One eerie verse read, "The blood of the just will be demanded of London, burnt by fire in the year 66. In 1666, the Great Fire of London destroyed most of the city, and that single line suddenly felt prophetic. 4. The Death of Julius Caesar, the Soothsayer's Warning. The phrase "Beware the Ides of March" isn't just from Shakespeare, it's based on a real prophecy. A soothsayer warned Julius Caesar that danger awaited him on March 15th. Caesar ignored it and was assassinated by his own senators on that exact date. 5. The Prophet Muhammad's prediction of iron ships and tall buildings. Centuries before the Industrial Age, Prophet Muhammad foretold signs of the future, mentioning iron beasts that move without animals and people competing in building tall towers. Today, we see ships of steel, cars, and skyscrapers piercing the clouds, exactly as described. Prophecy fulfilled through modern technology. 6. The Oracle of Delphi and the Fall of Croesus. King Croesus of Lydia, known for his immense wealth, once asked the Oracle of Delphi if he should attack Persia. The oracle replied, "If you cross the river, a great empire will fall." Croesus took it as a sign of victory, but it was his own empire that fell. Prophecy fulfilled, just not how he expected. 7. The Plague and the Black Death Prophecies. Medieval monks and mystics spoke of a dark wind of death sweeping across the lands. In the 14th century, the Black Death struck Europe, wiping out nearly half the population. The descriptions of this invisible darkness eerily matched accounts written decades earlier. 8. The Prediction of World War II, Baba Vanga. Blind Bulgarian mystic Baba Vanga made hundreds of predictions in the 20th century. She foresaw the rise of Hitler, the fall of the Soviet Union, and even the 9/11 attacks. But one of her most chilling prophecies was the coming of a great war that would engulf the world, long before World War II began. 9. The Sinking of the Titanic. Amazingly, 14 years before the Titanic sank, a novelist named Morgan Robertson wrote a book called Futility, the Wreck of the Titan. It described a massive luxury ship called Titan that struck an iceberg in the North Atlantic on a cold April night and sank because there weren't enough lifeboats. Fiction that predicted reality. 10. The Mayan Calendar and the End of an Era. The Mayan calendar didn't predict the end of the world in 2012, but rather the end of a cosmic cycle and the beginning of a new age of transformation. Since then, humanity has entered the digital and AI revolution, a transformation unlike any before. Maybe the Mayans were right after all. It wasn't about destruction, but evolution. From ancient empires to modern technology, these prophecies remind us that history has a strange way of repeating itself. If you enjoyed this mysterious journey through time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for more mind-bending stories that make you question reality itself.